That cover of it comes from one of my favorite YouTube channels called Orchestral Fantasy, so definitely give that a follow if you enjoy it. Zen Sphere program, yes, this is the Zen Sphere. Clear all of my salt and let the Zen come on through. How are you doing, Mosaic? So, as I'm getting used to building Dyson spheres, as I look at this looks like one that's much bigger than the one that I built. And also, I'm interested in why... It almost looks like the way that this one was done is it had all the nodes in place before it even started putting in the Dyson swarm pieces. I don't know if this is just art to look like what it would be, but I'm curious if this Dyson build is like an actual one they did, because all these gold guys out on the outside almost look like Dyson Swarm wasted pieces that don't have a place to go. It is just art, a loading screen. Okay. Well, I mean, things are moving in it, so I feel like it was like a capture of something, but it looks so good that I'm like, I want my Dyson sphere to look like this. How did you do this? I mean, they have the polls done already, which I don't have the research for. What's up, Shogi? How are you doing, sir? I think I saw that you were on some more Valheim last night. I need to get back in there and recover from where that boat dropped me off way back when. So the last 2 times we've played Dyson Sphere, I feel like my OBS has crashed, and I don't know if it's been a Twitch thing or a thing on my end. So I'm hoping I can avoid that happening again, because it's I don't want my Dyson's videos to get all weirded out because of that. All weirded out. All right, so we are really, I feel like we are running low on iron on our home planet. 746,000 iron ore left. Good thing we're importing iron. We're probably gonna have to import even more soon, it looks like. You built a teleport to our little Black Forest outpost? Oh, you built a teleport. Nice. You're gonna make a dock and a ship there to come save me. Awesome. Okay. So you got teleports unlocked. That's awesome. You can build one like that too, but it would require you to unlock all the structural research, then make the poles. Rather than making a band around the equator, doable but inefficient. Yeah, last night as I was going to bed, I was trying to think about what I would want to do with my next Dyson Sphere design. Like, if we go to another store, what kind of build or pattern would I want to make? Because we've seen some pretty crazy ones. People doing, like, you know, triangular things. That one that Voncho showed that was like looked like friggin' something from like the Marvel universe or something. It's like, I need to come up with something cool and creative that's not just, I'm gonna write my name in the Dyson Sphere. So I gotta come up with something cool. But yesterday, 2 days ago, last thing we did was we got an injection of these guys, these motor guys. These guys right here. The electromagnetic turbines. How's our power looking since we put all those things in? Okay, so our Dyson Sphere is supplying most of our power now, I think. It's so hard for me to tell because my power just skyrocketed once I added in all those ray receivers. But when I look at is there a way, like a breakdown to see where the power's coming from? So when we look at this, we can see capacity 8 megawatts, 1.43 gigawatts from the Dyson shell. And we are over 1 point something, 1.21 gigawatts. This is supplemented by other stuff, of course. So it's curious if there's a way to break down and see where all the power's coming from. Triangles are pretty. Triangles are pretty. Hexagons are the best of gods, Mosaic says. All right, we got lots of different build ideas for what the best Dyson shell designs are. So at the end of the stream last time, one of the things I wanted to work towards was I wanted to upgrade our build of our logistics stations because they're pretty slow and inefficient. However, one thing I'm noticing on my bus is this right here. Our, I think we might need to, before we do anything, we might need to get a silicon upgrade going on. If I was to look at production of silicon ore, looks like we're consuming it, the ore as quick as we make it. And silicon stuff, we're consuming it faster than we're making it. So I think the first thing to do today is actually do a silicon upgrade. I'm thinking instead of on-site smelting, I think I want to start doing with basically every raw resource is what I've been doing with iron, which is mine it, put it in a logistics station, and then send it out, and then wherever I want it, we smelt it there on site. So if I want to get more silicon on my bus, like here I got flat, just regular silicon coming in here. But if I get put some silicon ore in here, I can just set up smelting. I feel like that's better than smelting it on site. Is that better? Because if you smelt it on site, if we have some random planet out there with no power, smelting could use some extra power. So I think that's what I want to do. No, we actually... This is strange. We have silicons here. My solar system. Do I have... Am I mining all the silicon in my solar system? All of my silicon has come from Gamma Booties 4. There's 10 million. Surely I'm not mining it all. Okay, alright. So, yes, let's do that. Ooh, our vein research stuff is done. Okay, this guy. I think this will unlock the final range of Dyson sphere stuff. And we'll unlock a last few couple of research things here. Let's see, so do I have miners on me? I got 46. Do I have stations? Okay. And do I have these guys? Alright. Let's go set up some more silicon mining on Gamma Booties 4 over here. And then I can just create a new smelting area there. I have a feeling I'm mining all of the iron in this sector. Gamma Booties 4, how much iron do you have? There's 9 million here. You know what? I think I'm going to do that with iron here as well. I'm going to get iron and silicon all set up. Because looking at my bus, those are the two resources that it looks like I'm using the most and might need to supplement the most. I am excited to... I want to kind of finish the Dyson sphere in this solar system because I kind of want to move to another solar system and start a new Dyson sphere. But I don't want to do that until this one's done. So I'm interested to choose another star. Do you all, like Mosaic and Living... Life-Saving Karachi, do you have a criteria for what you choose, what star you choose for creating a Dyson sphere? If you look at different stars, do you get, does it give you a thing for like how much power you would get from it, like luminosity or radius or something? Maybe it's mass. Is there a way to tell which stars would give the most power through a Dyson sphere? I was like, is it the bigger the star? See, K-type star, G-shape. Like we got a red giant over here. M-class, radius 15R. Higher luminosity lets you get more power. So the higher the luminosity, 1.021 L. How does that compare to my home star? 1.021 Gamma Booties is 0.998. Luminosity is a simple answer. The complex answer is, and you're getting a link. Okay. You need a neutron star? Well, I have a neutron star over here that I am mining from. Luminosity is lower on this, but it sounds like maybe that's not the only thing. Luminosity 0.744. I'm gonna guess black hole's luminosity is pretty low. Yeah, 0.192. What about some of these blue stars way out on the edge? 1.5. Wow, that's pretty large. Pretty high luminosity. 1.9. Beta Cancri, 1.9 luminosity. I wonder what the largest is. 1.7. I'm just kind of looking at stars here for a bit. 1.018. I only have one red giant, looks like. 1.4. These blue stars just look really pretty. I almost want to do one of these big blue ones on the 2.467. Okay, Canis Minoris might be the brightest, might be the most luminous one in the place here. So you got a link. Let me pull up this link. I'm curious. All right. Create a universe. Absolute magnitude. Wow, is this the science they're using for this? What all? Oh my gosh, what is all this time? Lifetime age, radius, temperature. Let us classify the stars. This table is useful. Sparked another issue. If we represent the universe following this table, the end result will be an artificial universe. Designing planets, galaxies, and names. Wow, this is pretty insane. Is there something about determining the luminosity here? The best Dyson one? The devs of a DSP are hardcore. No wonder the game is so insane. What it means is that I'm looking for an O-type star. Okay. So O-type stars. Oh. High temperature, color blue, high mass. Okay, so the ones I'm looking at, B-type star. Okay. Have really high luminosity, but might not be the best, I think is what you're saying. So I guess the question is, do I have any O-type stars? B. White. Ooh, a white giant. That's cool. Holy radius. Batman. Bluer is better. Okay, B. I don't know. A D-type star. D-type. The one that gave 2.4 is my best bet. Okay. That one's 2.0. But maybe I didn't... Is it like rare to spawn an O-type star, or do those not exist, or something? I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any O-type stars on mine. Temperature is greater on higher luminosity stars, so temperature on that sheet means color temperature greater than 30 Kelvin. Luminosity develops in the edge of a star. In real terms, blue stars come from red dwarf stars, then evolve into white stars before they burn out. Okay. B-type, B-type. So I think it might be this Canis, what was it, Canis Majoris that I saw? B-type, B-type, B-type. Oh, Canis Minoris is an O-type star. Okay. It is also one of the furthest from us, so... It actually probably is the furthest from us, which is probably on purpose. 29, almost. 26 light years. O-type. Is that O or D? I think that's O. So radius of 4.17 R, mass 49.888 M, 2.467 luminosity, 50,000 Kelvin. So yeah, so this looks like where we would want to go if we want to get the most power out of a star. It's also beautiful. Blue's my favorite color. I think I might have to design an amazing Dyson pattern going around this star. This is probably what we want to do after we finish our current thing there. To be fair, you've never played this because you're on a Mac, so your device is suspect, but you really like it, and watching me play it, also the link just confused you. You like how DSP is teaching science? Yeah, I guess so. It's more like... It's pretty colors in this game. Which thing can I make the prettiest colors out of? Alright, so I'm looking for silicon veins that I'm not mining from. Same with iron. I thought I got all the iron on this planet mined from. Let's see, I was making a little bit of trek around. So we're getting the silicon. We're on site smelting that. So I'm not going to change what we already have set up. So I need to see if there's any... Do I have fuel? Yeah, I got fuel. See if there's any veins I'm not mining from, because there's a lot of resource on this planet. But, there we go. There's some silicone. Silicone. Okay. Is that an interstellar one? That one is. So I can bring the silicone over there. That's right. So I'm gonna mine this. Ooh, we got 2 silicone veins. Okay. All right. I wonder how many veins a Mark III belt can do. If I can do 1 Mark III belt to do all this stuff, I guess we'll find out. All right. Basically, we're getting to the point where I want to mine all of the resources, just all of them. Must mine all the resources. Must mine all of the things. Blue stars are probably like a young person in their 20s in their prime. Yeah, probably just like that. It's like when I posted on Twitter this morning, I see all these posts about Meghan and Henry. Is that the ones who were like had the Oprah interview recently and all this talk about racism or something? It's like them in their prime. They're stars. Okay, I can't quite get everything. So let's do. Oh god. The vein is too big. That's what the nurse said. Your veins are too big. Can I get this? Can I get these guys over here? There. And I'm missing a bunch of these veins here. Meghan and Harry, that's the one. Sorry, I'm not really up on all the royal stuff super well. The brightest ones burn out the fastest. So sad, so sad. It's like being Macaulay Culkin. So famous, so young. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I think I can do a better thing here. While you don't pay much attention to the royals, if someone does take down the British monarchy, you want it to be an American. Why do we got it? We already did it once when we broke away all those years ago. We don't need to cause any more. We don't need to take out any more royals, right? I think we've done enough damage for one planet's lifetime to the Brits. Dude, he's still alive at least. Poor Macaulay. He is alive, that's true. What star type am I? Answer this short quiz to find out. I'm a Cancer. I'm a Virgo. That's not what we're talking about. Well, that's all I know. Okay, alright, so we're gonna mine that, we're gonna mine this. We're gonna just chunk all this into a station, into a logistics station. There. And there. All the silicon in a strip club, that's what we need, yes. That's how strip mining is done. You always wondered why people kept talking about strip mining in Minecraft. Okay, so do I want to put it in here and then they can just transfer it over for us? Nah, I mean, it uses more power to do it that way. So, although I don't think power is an issue on this planet anymore now that we got, yeah, all those. Depends on the orbit, how much power we're getting from the, whatchamacallits, ray receivers. But it would be slightly easier if I just have these go into here and then it transfers over to here. Maybe that's what I do. Okay. This is already taking the motors like crazy over there. I wonder if I need to do a separate thing for the silicon. Probably it's just going to take a while before this is all done, I'm guessing, because this is our recent build. It's got to build up. I mean, we're using a crap ton of motors is the other thing. Okay, I think I am just going to put this stuff into here. Because it's easier. Even though it uses power, we have so much power now. That power is actually becoming less and less of an issue when we have a frickin' Dyson sphere going on. So that's cool. this to this. And this. And we're going to say silicon ore, that's going to supply. And I'll just have to request it at the other thing over there. Okay, and then Mark II. There. To Mark II. To Mark III. And I think we can just plug this in right here and we'll be good. Minecraft shirt mining is more extreme. You go all the way to the bedrock there. That's true. It's true. We did experience some of that in our modded Minecraft playthroughs. Okay, that actually is back. Okay, there we go. Now it's not backed up. Okay, cool. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Beep, boop, boop. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Very nice. Okay. And we'll do these two and these two here. For this guy. To this guy. And from this guy. Put it here. Into here. Hey, what's up, Zoli? How deep in the energy stall are we? I don't know what that means, but we have lots of energy. Energy is not an issue for us. Right now, actually getting enough mined resources is our is the thing we're working to increase, to improve, expand. Okay. And we're actually going to do this, so that'll save us a few belts here. So, on the energy front, we're great. On the resource front, we are improving. Alright, there we go. So now that is going to supply, and now what we do here is we local demand. Okay, there we go. We local demand the silicon ore. Local demand. Remote supply. There we go. Okay, so now I can request silicon ore at home, and we can smelt it there, and I don't have to come out here instead of smelting. Let me see if there's other iron or silicon deposits I'm not mining from. I feel like I'm actually mining from all of them. Even though I have 9 million iron ore here, I think I'm mining all of it. Silicon. Okay, there's a silicon vein. All right, up here. We're gonna get all the veins going. We're gonna tap out all the veins, and I can have this go directly to that guy, I guess, or this guy. Which is closer? You're slightly closer, and you're just have the silicone in you. Silicone. Okay. So I have a feeling that's what a lot of late game might be in this, is like you go to other star systems and just mine all of the resources, maybe. Just get all of the resources. I need to strip you of anything valuable, like the filthy human that I am. Okay. Okay, we do this, this, and this. And then we do this, and that's going to go over there. Go that way, okay. Us filthy humans already always... We're a virus, as Agent Smith says. You're a virus, you... What is... Oh, man, what does he say? Other species on this planet create a natural symbiosis with their environment, but not humans. You consume until you move on to the next area, and you're a virus. I can't remember the actual quote. You all know what I'm talking about, though. You know. I hate this place. It's the smell. If there is such a thing. Gotta love Agent Smith, or Elrond, whatever you want to call him. That is one of your favorite quotes, the one that I can't quote correctly. The one that I can't quite quote correctly. I hate this place. Alright, very nice. Alright, there we go. We got silicone for days. Alright, any other silicone mining we're not doing here? Any other veins we're not mining from? I'm pretty sure we got all the iron and silicon mined now. There's some titanium if we want to, but titanium has not been an issue for us yet, I don't think. Should I go ahead and get a little bit more titanium? I probably should go ahead and do one. Is there one near a thing? That guy's not got space. If there's any titanium veins near a orbital station, I'll mine that just to throw it into the mix, and we can request it if we need it at some point. So where's some titanium near a guy we already got set up? And we're already smelting it there. Wow, looks like we're mining most of it. I guess this is the closest one right here. This guy right here. I got the intention spirit of the quote. Well, it's not enough. If I'm going to quote a movie, I need to actually quote it. So I should probably look it up if I really want to feel better about my life. You're just always so positive, Mosaic. Positivity is nice, but I gotta be right. Being right is more important. That's the internet way, right? You have to be right. And if somebody proves you're not right, then you argue with them until you're both mad at each other. I think that's how the internet works. Come on. Let me get gotta get those two in there. I could do it. I know I can. This vein is in the way. It's an awkward shape here. I just go straight on like this and get all those. Not quite. If I could place it there, I could do it. Hugo Weaving is Elrond. Agent Smith, Red Skull. He's super awesome. Oh, Hugo Weaving was Red Skull? I don't know if I recognized him in that role. I think I might have to do an extra miner here. So let me get rid of you. See if I can get it from this side. I think we can do it. We can do it. Me and Vancha will not be happy unless we get all the veins. There it is. And then we're missing this one. So we'll go like this. There we go. And the times where hard disks were less than a gigabyte used precious space for a .wav file with that quote. Did you really? In a world. Okay. So this is going to be titanium. And it's going to be local demand remote supply. So I could just go to a planetary one right here instead of doing this thing over there. I don't want to use those resources because that's actually one resource that I want to actually increase my the planetary logistics systems. I want to increase the production of those. That's the build I want to fix today. I think that's the next project I'm going to work on after we get this done. S Mark III belt. Cross. Down to here to there. Okay. Okay. So titanium, and then Mark III belt that we're going to bring all the way over to that guy. The times before MP3s. What a prehistoric age that was. Hey, how you doing, Box Plot? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a great Thursday as we chill out with some super awesome, super sleek, super chill Dyson Sphere program today. Into there. And we set that up. Local demand, remote supply. Beautiful. So now we can request titanium ore back home, and we'll have a place to, we'll be able to smelt it back on our home planet. So I think I have all the important veins mined now on this planet. Wow, look at all these robots go. Orbit of robots. Oh, nope, there's some titanium there. But we got silicon, we got all the silicon and all the iron mined here. So if I need more silicon or iron, it's not coming from our final planet. I am curious if I have more iron available on our planet closest to the sun. But I don't need the iron too badly right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. So now that we did that, all that was to, I want to go create an extra smelting of silicon to help the beginning of our bus that's being cleared out of silicon. Or we're not producing as much as we're consuming there. And then the next goal is we're going to upgrade our logistics. It's our planetary and our interplanetary logistics stations that the production is not clean on, that I want to basically rip it all up and rebuild it. How many hours in am I? 58 hours, 12 minutes, and 25 seconds. Wow, we're almost 60 hours into this game. Holy crap. You're working, but you're good. You have to have some chill music and a fun game on in the background. That's right. I know that Shogi has been saying that recently. I think he doesn't really know what's going on in this game, but he likes to have it on just because it's so pretty. And you know, I agree. It's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. Another thing I probably want to increase the production of is our solar sails. I have a feeling our solar sail production is going to be too slow for future. Well, there's not a giant ring of solar sails there, so we know that we're not creating them fast enough, which is kind of a good thing, but it does mean I need to increase that production if I want to increase the speed of future Dyson Sphere projects. So, yeah, this silicon here is just, we get injections of it, but I want to actually smelt it on site. So where do I want to do that? This looks like a great place for a silicon smelting station. Silicon smelting station. Okay. So let's see, do I have a place where I can request? Yes, I do. I can request silicon ore demand. However, I don't have a place on the planet requesting it for the planet. So I do have some over here that can do that though. You don't have a slot for it. That's where my silicon's coming in, and it's just, I don't think we have enough belts. It's kind of a similar situation that we had with the unipolar magnets. We don't have enough ships bringing those, I think. But I don't want to get you to do that. Do I have one here that's got a space? Looks like I probably will have to do one of these. Okay, which one of you? 8 of 10. Okay, so you're doing unipolar magnets and the turbines. So let's have you be requesting the silicon ore. Local supply, remote demand. There we go. Alright, that'll start bringing that over. Is there a specific thing timing for the Irie Legacy watermark? Oh, you're seeing it. Okay, good. That was actually one thing I set up, but I wasn't sure if it was working correctly. I just got that yesterday and put it on. Basically, you know, since I joined Irie Legacy, Kassalian wanted to have something there, but I didn't want it to be all the time on all the time, and so I requested it to be something like it's on for 30 seconds and off for 30 seconds or something like that. So, and also it's kind of see-through, so it's not hugely distracting. But hopefully it's showing up and visible occasionally, but it just kind of fades in and out. I don't know the exact timing on it because they have art people that work on that stuff for them. All right, how many smelters? How many smelters? I kind of want to do 2 groups of 12. So where are my smelters? There they are. Grab an extra something of these here. Rand sees a beautiful lake. Looks great for silicon smelting station. The environmentalist in you is crying. I know. We're filthy humans who destroy the environment in the name of progress. That is why we humans should all be vented, because we just destroy the planets we live on. But you know, progress must be attained. We must progress. Let's go here. So this is going to be silicon smelting. You ordered items at an online store 18 days ago, 10 days ago, 6 days ago, and they are all out for delivery tomorrow. They're even from 3 different countries and stores. Local post office must have a backlog or something. Or it's more like, well, we know this guy's going to keep ordering stuff, so we might as well wait until they all get here. 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go over one more space so I can fit power lines between these guys. Even though it's not perfectly lined up on the grid. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This will hopefully make it so that we won't be having any issues with running out of silicon anytime soon. So this is going to be the out. The out. The in. Oops. Right click instead of left click, and the in. And then out. And out. In. Okay. Alright. To you, it's kind of more distracting when it's flashing than if it was static like the bit glass. Well, I didn't want it on all the time, to be honest. I guess we could have it on all the time, but like to me, when I watch streams and they have something like, you know, their Twitter and YouTube coming on and off occasionally, I prefer that than to just be YouTube this all the time, you know? So that's kind of was my thought on the way it's done. So if it's too distracting, maybe we can change it up somehow. Okay. All right, so there's that. And then we need to bring out the silicone ore here with a Mark III belt. Actually, let's have it go out this way. This. And this. Okay. Alright, now we just need a power and in and out sorters, and we should be good. I think Mark 1s will be fine. And of course we'll need the output of this all, but That'll be after we get this all set up. Yeah. I think one of the best thing this game one of the most important things this game does need is some sort of blueprint system. I wonder if that's something they are working on, because that would be really, really helpful for a game like this. To create a mining build and then being able to copy paste it. I guess I have been spoiled by the Factorio blueprint system. Of course, you know, Satisfactory doesn't have that either, unless they've added that since I last played. So many in-sorters, so many out-sorters, so little time. So little time. Watermark at the bottom next to the face cam coming up like every 50 seconds for 5 seconds. Is it only 5 seconds? I feel like it should be on slightly longer than that. But again, this is something we can certainly adjust to. We're figuring out a lot of the Irish stuff. Since it's a new thing for us. Hey, what's up, Dricklin? How are you doing? How have I been the last few months since Space Engineers? I've been good. I've been playing lots of fun stuff, man. Lots of fun games. Lots of fun games. I think what I'm gonna have is one go into this one and one go into this one. So we'll do a Mark II belt combine here. Have you still been playing on the server? I've been talking to Nietzsche just yesterday about. Curious how active the server is staying since I stopped streaming it. Up, down, shift. Okay, hold on. I want you to be up. Up. There it is. That's what I want. Right there. This. And this. Alright, so that'll... some extra silicon in there. Okay. Hopefully this will start to back up a little bit there, and then we do this other one. Injecting into over here. Into over. Into over. It's not clickable, right? The IRE thing? No, that's just a video file in my OBS is how that's set up. It's not a clickable thing. It's not, you know, combined with, integrated with Twitch API or something. You're reading the FAQs on Steam, and while they're not planning on adding blueprints, they will add enemies later instead. Okay, so blueprints are not going to be a thing. Okay. Nice, nice. Glad to see I'm swell. And yeah, you haven't been playing Space Engineers at all. You're just completely burnt out on it and kind of hoping for Starbase to eventually release because it functions way better. Oh, okay. I don't think I've heard of that one. All right. Nice. Well, if you want a space game and you like automation, this has been my latest addiction. And I can tell you, it is addictive. But it's more on the lines of Factorio than it is Space Engineers, so... Okay, there's a belt that need to be upgraded. All right. Our bus is looking much better. Like it. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to work on was definitely changing up our build for our logistics stations. Because the build I have currently is just not good enough. Let's go look at where that is here. Should be right over here. Okay. Yeah. This section right over here. So these guys are just way too slow because we don't have a good setup for it. This is what's supplying the logistics stations for all the stuff we've been doing. And I kind of want to just tear this up. You know what? Maybe I don't tear this up. Maybe I leave this here and then just go build a better one somewhere else that's got the correct amounts of things. Because we didn't do any maths on this stuff. Our particle containers are just not being made quickly enough for all this stuff. You know, the thing we might want to do actually is do this build somewhere else. Unipolar magnets and copper. Kind of like we did with the quantum quantum chips and the electromagnetic turbines. Maybe I want to do a particle container build that then I can request them somewhere. That might actually be the better way to do this. You notice, have I started building the Dyson Swarm Sphere yet? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's nighttime, so you can't see our sun yet. Here it comes, over the horizon. You can see. You can see. We are working on a Dyson barrel right now. Not quite to a sphere yet, as we get the last hemispheres worked on. But there you can see. Here's this video. You can kind of see how much is done. Damn, I know, right? This game is freaking epic. It really is. Okay, so if I were to do... particle containers, let me see here. Let me see here. What did that didn't just connect me, whatever I just did there. Okay, now. Let's see. Stream stuff, the Dyson calculator. What would it look like if we did something like these guys using... Are we using the right recipe? No. Using this recipe and using this Casimir crystal recipe. That would be 15 a minute. 150 of these guys a minute for only one. But if I wanted to do 10 of these, 1,500 unipolar magnets a minute. That's a lot. It's not that much copper, honestly. This seems like a pretty easy little build I could just build on this planet real fast. It's a space Jeff Bezos emulator. Yes, that's what this is. You are just double checking, since most people gloss over this. Have I spaced out my array receivers? The way I have my array receivers set up is I have them on the poles. So I have a decent number here, and then a decent number, and then a whole bunch here. Because basically what you want is consistency, right? You want them to have the signal for as long as possible, and the poles are the places that happens the best. I did not space them out. How does that make a difference? How does spacing these out make a difference? The efficiency is dropping when they're not spaced out. Nobody has said anything about that before. Strength 100%, continuous receiving 100%, efficiency 72%. 72. So is that the closer together they are, the lower their efficiency? I honestly don't know that I care about that much. The more spaced out it is, the more space it takes up. So that to me is more of an issue. I have more of an issue with running out of space than I do running out of these things and them not being max efficiency. It's something I haven't heard about yet. What is max efficiency? Ray receiving efficiency. Are you sure that doesn't have to do with the graviton lenses? Oh, and I have photon generation now. Oh, I might need to start using those soon. You don't want the circles touching. Well... if I set these up on a new planet, I'll take this into consideration. But since my home planet space is kind of at a premium, I'm actually not gonna let that bother me. But thank you for pointing that out. Maybe I'll make some adjustments on other planets when I use those. It's not as bad as the streams touching. That's right. We're not gonna at least blow up our planet because of that, like Ghostbusters blows up. Buildings, I guess. Okay, so I was gonna do 10 particle containers. And that's going to use a lot of unipolar magnets. But we have a good amount of them in storage, so I think we're good to do this. So I think I'm going to pull from this guy, do a production facility of particle containers, and then I think I'll just have them go back into here, right? Particle containers. If I do local supply remote demand, then if I build these someplace else, we can do that. But this will allow me to send these to other places on this planet for the builds we're going to be using. Does it jiggle? What? What happens when two streamers touch? Twitch explodes. Okay, so this is gonna be a quick and easy build. I just need copper, and actually, I think I have copper smelting over here somewhere close by, don't I? Copper veins here. We have some copper smelting here. How many smelters do we need? We only need 5 smelters, so this actually works out pretty nicely. Let's see where I want to do this. If I just do some smelters right here, and the actual out and back in here. So this is going to be, did I say 10 of these, I think? So maybe 2 rows of 5. Scoop it, doop it, scoop it, doop it, scoop it, doop it, scoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want the input and outputs to be on the same side, because I'm kind of getting used to that little build. So, belt in, output, and then belt in. Okay, yes. All right, but I need to offset this by 1. So like this. 3, 4, 5. If it doesn't jiggle, there's not enough silicon. Okay. So the magnets are only used for particle containers. Have I thought about making the build on location at the neutron star? They'd save copper here and already have the containers in the logistics system. I was thinking about that, life-saving Karachi. My main issue with that is the time it takes to bring them. But maybe that would be better. I guess the question is, do I have copper on the planet where I would be building these? You just found another game for me, Moodenhill. God, I don't need more games. I already need to play Loop Hero. I actually was thinking about that, life-saving Karachi. And my issue with that is just the logistic vessel problem of bringing them from that far. How many unipolar magnets are used for each one of these builds? It is 10. So bringing one of these instead of 10 of those would actually be way more efficient. So the big change would be instead of requesting the unipolar magnets, we just make these on site and bring those, and that would be much more efficient with our logistics vessels. That is a pretty good idea, honestly. Zen Sphere program. Belt in, breathe. Belt out, exhale. Belt in, breathe. I don't remember. Can I see if there's copper in that other place where it's being made? It's being grabbed from the neutron star. There is copper detected. And there's copper detected. So I could actually do it there. That probably is the better way to do it, honestly. And even have a separate station for it, maybe. Oh my god, Drecklin. You have a freaking wall of text. Alright, I'll read that in a second. Alright, let's do that. I think I do like that idea. I think that's going to be more efficient use of our stuff. I feel like I'm going to want to have a different station requesting it, though. Because there's just not enough logistics vessels to go that far over and over. And the power requirement is huge every time we do that. Because, yeah, we need a lot of logistics vessels available for it. So I think I'm actually going to set up another logistics station, interstellar one, solely for that one item. Alright, so this is going to be particle containers, local supply, remote demand, local supply. And we do this and this. And you're going to need warpers for sure. So can I actually just do it this way? Can I do a belt of the warpers coming out? Yes, I can. To go across to here. And that'll just refill in the warpers. Okay, good. I'm glad we got the warper build upgraded last time. Because we are definitely making use of these for sure. Beyond being too close together, the best use for ray receivers is actually placed all over a planet that is inside a Dyson sphere to get maximum power. It never drops. Okay, I'll read the rest of that in a second. I'm going to start. I need to get belts and other stuff I need for this build I'm going to do. It's going to be a pretty... Maybe I'll double this build since it's so far away. Do like 20. 44 of those guys. Okay, so let me just get some extra belts because I think belts are the one thing I feel like I don't have enough of right now. So, get a few extra of the Mark 1s. Definitely more Mark 2s. Definitely more Mark 3s. And insorters were looking good. Power poles were good. Power generation on that planet is going to be an issue. Let me get a bunch of extra solar panels and wind turbines, which... I should have solar panels in here. I really should. Let me actually clear this out. Solar panels in here. We're not even automating those things that I just was looking at. So, like 400 or 800. Local demand. Okay. Alright, and I'll read that in a second. I want to get all this stuff. So if I get those solar panels, I do want more wind turbines. We're going to just set up a whole bunch of these because we're just going to need power like crazy on this planet where we're planning on setting this up. I'm basically filling up my inventory space here with all this stuff. Do I have fuel and warpers? I could use some extra fuel. Okay. Fuel is, I believe, over here. Yep. Okay, that's all I can fit. Put it in there. Okay. So let's go do this. We're going to go set up particle container production around a neutron star. It's going to be a long delivery trek for them, but what it's going to be good about it is doing it on site is going to be way more efficient than just using the whatchamacallit, the unipolar magnets up every time. Okay, where's the... There, it's over this way. So it's more efficient to put it inside a Dyson sphere, get max power, never drops. All the energy is either put into cells that are shipped to all other planets or made into critical photons, which can be crafted into higher tier stuff, which can be shipped out to other planets to use as fuel. All right, you're talking about a lot of stuff, Drecklin, that I haven't even unlocked, or I've unlocked but haven't gotten into yet, so... I appreciate the info, but you're kind of getting ahead of me, honestly. You have no hours in this game. You've basically been co-oping with a friend as he plays it. You basically figure things out together. 2 brains are better than 1. There you go. Ramsey says that you're pretty sure the statements about overlapping receivers is false. Okay. You could have sworn it overlapped unless they got enough complaints about it that the devs removed it completely. It's been 3 weeks since you last played. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about all that. And some of the stuff you're talking about, I haven't even gotten into the critical photon stuff. I might actually get into that today because we have ray receivers going and we have actually a good amount of power coming in from our Dyson sphere that might be about time to get into that, but honestly I don't know about a lot of that stuff you're talking about. I don't have a Dyson sphere setup that is a larger than the orbit of the planet to do what you're talking about yet. At the beginning of the stream, I think before you came in, we were actually looking at other stars so I can plan on where my next Dyson sphere is gonna be. And it's gonna be at an O-type star, which is huge, which I don't know if there will be a planet close to that star or not, but we can check that out. Maybe today we'll go scout out that star, because we're working towards finishing our first Dyson sphere. Once we finish the Dyson sphere around our first planet, that's going to be when I'm going to want to start planning the next one. All right, out of fuel, or out of power while we fuel up here. We can get to within 1.3 light years of this in a single jump. Man, these are, I really wish I could power up my guy faster. I think to do that I need white science, I believe. Yeah, white matrix, which requires antimatter, which we don't have yet, which I think might have to do with those photon things that you were talking about. What's the seed number I'm playing on? Is there a way to look at that? I don't know. Beats me. If you can tell me how to look at it, I'll look at it and tell you. Press escape. Cluster 61057433-64-A15. Is that what you wanted to see? There. Hope that's useful for you. I didn't know that was even there. All right, 1.29 light years. Let's get up to like a third power. Hopefully I don't want to use an extra warper to get here. Okay. Yeah, and I also don't know, Drecklin, if there have been updates since the last time you played. 3 weeks. I think I've only been started playing within the last 3 weeks, honestly. This should hopefully be enough to get us there. I have 58 hours, and if I'm playing 12 to 18 hours a week, it's probably about 3 weeks is about as long as we've been playing. Oh crap. Crap, did I pass it? Okay. Okay. Alright, well this is where we're going here, so this will work. We're gonna slowly make our way back here. Your receivers have the same efficiency whether they overlap or not. The wiki also says nothing about adjacency having adverse effect. Efficiency is calculated by base rate times upgrades and goes up even further with continuous receiving. So it sounds like distance between receivers is not an issue. Yeah, 1 AU is not that far. We're about 1.5 AUs or 1 1/3 right now, so we'll get there pretty quickly. So Ramses takes issue with what Drecklin said earlier, and I would tend to believe Ramses, because Ramses has been testing a lot of things as we go along. But it's something we could try. Now, one thing I'm not sure about is if I set up ray receivers 23 light years away from my Dyson sphere, I'm not going to get any power, right? Like, if I set up some ray receivers on here, I assume I wouldn't get any power from my home star's Dyson sphere, correct? The circle is how far it transmits powers to things, just like power poles have a circle. Okay. Well, I mean, let's test it. If I just put a thing here, what is it gonna say? Strength 100%, 0 watts. Yeah. So I assume it has to be a ray receiver receiving from the star that you're orbiting. Hey, Evil Gesture, thank you for the raid of 7, and YT Ghost, thank you for the follow. Welcome, my friends. Appreciate that. We got a raid, my friends. That's awesome. Welcome, Evil Gesture Raiders. Or I should say Jester, maybe. All right, so we're going to set up. What are we building here? We are 23 light years from home, and we are going to set up particle container production. So I need copper. Please tell me there's copper on this planet. All right, 766, yes. It's an evil raid. Oh my god, what an evil raid. What's up, Krieg? How you doing, my friend? I had it right, Evil Gesture? Okay. Well, thank you for the follow, and thank you for the raid, my friend. Appreciate that. Is there any unipolar magnets I'm not mining on this planet yet? There's only one copper vein, actually, here. So, and also, Cappy TY, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I think we are getting all of the unipolar magnets on here. Oh, no, there's some over here. Okay. All right, so I keep this separate. I think I'm going to mine unipolar magnets here and copper here and do my little build here. Oh, there's optical grading crystals here as well, but this is so far away. I don't think I want to do that. And I'm going to do a separate guy here. So we'll use so we'll do the build. We'll do the build right by the copper over here, I think is what we'll do. Since there's only one copper vein on this planet. All right. That is not very much copper. How much copper is needed for each of these? It's only 2. So thankfully copper is the lower resource requirement for this build. Probably don't even need 2 miners, but I'm going to use 2 anyway. Alright, so let's set up, because of how much long distance transportation and stuff is going on this planet, I just need to set up the power first. Power efficiency for this planet. Solar is way higher than wind. So I think we do similar to what we did on our other planet. We do a bit of a solar belt around this planet, around the equator. So let me get that set up. Mix of solar and wind around the equator. Equator is right here. So let's get into God mode and set this up. Holy cow, look at all that titanium. It's too far, but there's a lot of it. There is a lot of titanium here. If I were to need to do some sort of, you know, titanium, a build that takes a lot of titanium, we could definitely do it here. Oh my gosh. Ramses gifting subs to all the new followers. Ramses, thank you. Time Splitter, YT Ghost, Snow Rush, and Jazzerus, welcome. Welcome to the randoms. Whether you want to be a part of it or not, you now have no choice. Alright, so where's God mode? Gameplay, third person God. This is the way we quickly set up this stuff. Okay, so power. Solar's the more important one. I want to set up. What's the efficient thing that you were showing? That you showed me? Okay, something like this. I think I need to move it over a little bit. Oh my gosh, Ramsey's being all generous and stuff. Okay, that looks pretty centered on the equator. Is that right? You know what? I think I don't want to have this perfect. I think I want to have the solar panels be perfect, and we'll just set up the wind turbines around it. I think that's the better way to do this. And let's get this already plugged into our power grid so that this, as we set up, will be injecting power into the grid. I could use coal. It's true, but I brought all these power generators. I'm just going to use them. And it's pretty fast to set these up in God mode. Might as well make use of them. Welcome to Randoms. We have cookie times. We do have cookie times, and they're the best times. They were the best of cookie times. They were the worst. We're talking about there's no worst cookie times. It's not a thing. Okay. And set up some wind turbines. We know we're going to need just a lot of power, so that's why I'm setting such an extensive grid up here. With how much, with the long distance all this stuff is traveling, I really want to do a really extensive build of power for this planet. Because every, what was it, 1.6 gigajoules of energy every time it was going between here and our home planet where it's all going, so I think it's important that we overdo the power here. Okay, so if we shift click up here, he'll move, right? So we do foundations and cover up. We're gonna bury some of these veins. Sorry, fractal silicone. Silicone cone, you're in the way. You didn't use coal for a while since oil is infinite. Well, I just, this is free renewable forever power. So if I'm gonna set up a large power setup, I want the free forever power. My renewable energy love is strong in games like this, I guess. Okay, come on, there. There are cookies made of salt. Not even a real Texan because I don't want oil power, that's correct. Not even a real Texan, not even real. Okay, this. Alright, we have a lot of wind turbines. Alright. So if I'm going to have 3... if I'm going to have 3... damn, those are one space over. Three of the interplanetary guys doing large deliveries of stuff. I'm gonna need a lot of power to power that. So that's the reason for all this power. Why can't I hold all this power? I want to make sure I have this distance right. Okay, so if I get more solar panels to add later, I just want the room for them to be here. Do I want some spoilers about the system with the 2.5 L star, or do I want to find out for myself? I guess it depends on this what you want to spoil, because if you want to tell me how I should build, no, I don't want you to spoil that. But if it's just info about the star, about like size of Dyson sphere or something, I'm probably fine with that. Alright, so are we near the copper? Alright, so what did my power generation go up to? 1.46 gigajoules. Gigawatts. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's get... we have more wind turbines if we need them. So here's our copper vein. Yeah, I guess it just completely depends on what you were thinking of spoiling, honestly. Okay, I want to get out of God mode here. Power's going to my head in God mode. Okay, so this will be the copper. We only need, what was it, 5 smelters for this? We'll double that. We'll do 10. Actually, that takes 50 unipolar magnet veins for this. How many unipolar magnet veins are we going to be mining from is the question for the build I'm looking at doing. There's 5 planets orbiting my 2.467 L star. The most inner one has a solar bonus at 155%, which is going to give you plenty of power. Okay. I was assuming my... I was assuming the... Here it is. 15 veins. Not nearly enough. I was assuming the... Oh my god, words are hard. Dyson sphere I was planning on build would giving me plenty of power, honestly. Okay, only 15 veins. Well, I guess we can pull from our other stations for this stuff too. So it's 155% still. Oh, that's what you needed my... That's what you were asking what my seed was. Is why you asked that. Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. We have power right over here, so I can connect to this. Okay. So, which way is my copper? Over that way. Are there any other unipolar magnet veins that I'm not mining from? I think that's all 3 of them. How much do I have? 4.6 million, so 1.4, 1.5, so it's about 3 million. And then the one I'm next to... God, there's so many veins I can't see. Where am I? 1.6. So yeah, it's about 4.6. So that is all the unipolar veins on this planet. Okay. Alright, good to know. This. This. Whoops. And this. And then we do a Mark III belt that's going to lead to where we're bringing this. Unless I want to do an interplanetary thing here. I don't think the interplanetary ones are nearly as power hungry, I don't think. So if I were to just have this go right into here. And then request at the other place. This would be unipolar magnets, supply. Oh man, if I do this though, I don't have enough logistics robots. Okay, I'm not gonna do this. And that probably just destroyed. Okay. Okay. I don't want to do this, honestly. True, but the solar bonus from the planet will add to the power the sphere gives. May I see the tech tree? You missed a stream, so you don't know where I am. Sure. We got, we just finished this one. We're working on the final 15% of our Dyson sphere unlocking thing. And I believe, have I queued this up? Yeah, I've queued that up. And then on our upgrades, this is what it looks like. Still have a number of things to go. Getting close to needing white research, honestly. But okay, we're going to do a Mark III belts just around to where this is going to go. Okay, let me figure out where this is going here. Where's the copper? It's over this way, so it's going to go up this direction, all right? Okay. I'm going to use a lot of these belts, but that should be fine. I'm going to go up and over in case we ever do solar panels here. Future Rand will thank me later. If one vein is mined by 2 miners, it is considered 2 veins. Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. So if I set up enough miners in that area, that actually could be considered a 50 veins or whatever, I guess, huh? I was kind of thinking I would just supplement this with my other stations and just pull from there. That might actually be what I do. Where's the copper? I feel like we're getting close here. If I'm not going the wrong direction. There it is. Okay, good. Although, with how far away this is, I don't know if I want to supplement it with anything. We can probably pull from there and it won't be too bad. But let's set up a couple miners if that's the case. I have drones logistics system, just request them. Oh yeah, that's true, I can request those too. Good call. But I do want to do what you suggested. So this is 15 veins. Oh, gosh, I even have a vein I'm not mining from. wrong with my mining veining today? My vein mining. Okay, I can get this if I get rid of you. Is there any other good way to do this? Not really. All right, we'll just go with that, and we'll supplement it from our logistics stations as well. Okay, there we go. Okay. This game offers amazing views sometimes. You got a nice picture. Yeah, that's why we just stop and... That's pretty awesome. Stop and smell the views every once in a while. Stop and smell the views. What is wrong about your OCD today? You did not even notice you missed vein. Yeah, I know. Man, even Vancho didn't see it. You should feel bad. Alright, so we're gonna set up the building right over here. And what we have set up is for 10 of these. I was thinking of going 20, but that's gonna use so many unipolar magnets. 150 of these guys a minute's probably gonna be really good for a while. So let's go with what we initially planned, which is 10. And I think it's better to build along the equator. I think is the correct way to do it. Bum bum bee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me get the belts in place so I can plan this out. So in, and then out. That direction. And then we go over one space and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, another tip from Drecklin. If you're running low on resources inside your inventory, if you go into planet view mode, you can pull resources from any logistics stations currently on the planet. Yes, I know. I know. Thank you. Okay. We have a logistics system specifically set up on our planet, on our home planet for that. Okay. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to do our smelting. And what did I say? It needs 5, and I was going to do 10 just so we have plenty. So thank you for the tip. But yes, I have been given that tip before. Let's go here. This copper and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I made any large factories yet? Define large factories, I guess, is what I would say to that. In my opinion, yes. I'm making a bunch of quantum chips a minute. That's probably our largest factory. Either that or the factory of what was it that we did at the end of the last stream? Electromagnetic turbines. Those are probably the 2 largest factories I've made so far. So I think so. Alright, so output. Damn it, I did this wrong. Let me throw copper in here, please. I don't want to have this on me. Okay. Alright, so this guy should be here. What about a forge planet? Define forge planet. I assume it's a place where I'm just mining a bunch of stuff and then smelting it, I assume is what you're talking about? The second planet that I really mined to get titanium and silicon, I kind of did that, but I'm kind of to the point where I don't prefer that method. I actually prefer to just mine on the planet and send it to wherever I'm going to smelt it. I think that's my preference now. It's how I think I'm doing that, unless I'm not understanding what a forged planet is. Okay. All this. This. This will be way more copper than we need for this build, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Forged planets where you have basically paved over the entire planet. You ship everything there from multiple planet systems to craft everything in bulk quantities. I don't think so. My home planet is probably the closest to what you're describing, and it's not completely paved over and stuff. So, no, I don't think I've done that yet. Maybe I will at some point. Let's do this, and then this. How much a minute copper are we doing? 300 a minute. This actually probably should be Mark III belts then. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And actually, I'll save a few belts if I bring this down. Well, if I want to supplement this from my other place, I better bring it in this side, so let's do that. I think I saw Vancho kind of show a picture of, I think, what you're describing. His home planet, I think, is completely got foundations over everything and all that stuff. One input mispower, did it? Yep, good eye. Good eye. There, your OCD is back on point. You can claim to be the one who catches with your OCD my non-OCD mistakes. Well done, sir. Well done. All right, so let's supplement this with these guys. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out with a tier 2 belt. I think will be enough to supplement the unipolar magnets from this. And it didn't work because these things are goofy. I don't understand why you're not coming out of here. Where's the filter thing? I swear this just doesn't work sometimes. Is this bugged? Okay, there it goes. I feel like that's bugged when you try to do that sometimes. I don't understand why it sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. You have 20,852 smelters from iron ingot for iron ingots on a planet. Nice. Very nice. That's a lot. Okay. So what I'm going to do is this. There. And I'm going to upgrade this belt that it downgraded. And this will prioritize what we're doing with this other guy, but if we don't have enough, this will supplement it there. Just 100 assemblers making just magnets, another 200 smelters making just copper bars, city things making gravity lenses. Basically looks like a Borg planet, nothing but machines. Yeah, that kind of looks or sounds similar to what Vancho showed me. And no, I don't have a build like that yet. All right, so in sorters, out sorters, this whole thing here. So I'm not gonna be looking at chat for a bit as I make sure I do this right. So in, out, in. In, out. I messed that up. In, out, in. There we go. In, out. In, out. In, out. In. That's not right. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, giggity, in, out, in, out. Perfect. All right, I'm getting better at that, I feel like. getting this set up quickly. And now I don't want to have unipolar magnets on me, and I think I have a bunch, so let me throw all these in. Okay, wow, they can store 151 in there. Perfect. Okay. Character. You have 20 times 52 smelters for iron ingots on a planet. That's pretty crazy. That's more than 60k iron a second. Wow. All right, do you need that much iron? What are you doing with all that iron? My friend, you might be overdoing your iron. But I don't know, maybe you need it for something. You might have some large builds. Okay. Is that all good? Okay. Wow, that might actually not be enough unipolar magnets for this build. Holy crap. Eventually it might back up and get where it needs to go. But, and then what I want to do, I want to do a station all by itself for the output of this. So that my, whatchamacallits, these guys don't get messed up by other stuff. Okay, so we are doing these local supply, local demand, remote supply. I need to request warpers from the local supply. There should be some on this planet, right? Because I have warpers coming into this planet, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here. Local supply. Local demand. There we go. Okay, good. So that'll do that. And that'll give us warpers that we need for this place. And that should fill up. Good. Okay. And then we need to power this guy. Okay. Alright. Sure I didn't do anything remote supply. I don't want you to remote supply. You're going to remote storage. We're just going to do this. That was for an experimental factory, all those iron smelters you have? Okay. Man, building what you're describing without... without blueprints in this game, I am impressed. And a little worried about your mental health after having to do that build. Because that sounds like a crazy amount of work. Okay, there we go. So this should start filling this up. And I believe I'm already remote demanding them. Let me make sure. First 200 or so, 200 or 400 of these should just be taken somewhere. Rand asked the calculator how much iron is needed to produce 30 white science per second. Okay. Uh, 40 a minute. I don't know how much iron is needed for this. So what would 30 a second be? 1800 a minute. Okay, 1800 a minute. 450 white science needs 14,000. About 16,000 iron a minute. Okay. All right. So there's an end game goal, I guess, for you. Okay. This is how's the power doing on this planet right now? All right, we actually are doing enough power for right now. That's good. So are all you guys going at full capacity? We're actually not getting enough unipolar magnets here. Well, I'm glad I didn't set up this back home then. I actually can't get enough unipolar magnets here. I guess I need to upgrade this belt then. Maybe that will do it. Is that doing it? Wow, that is a lot of unipolar magnets. It's a frickin' frick ton. Am I going to build a Dyson sphere around the black hole? That's not my current plan, no. If you fly into the black hole's event horizon, does time speed up for the planets? No, there's nothing, no physics things like that. Can I build a Dyson sphere around a black hole? Do black holes emit energy? I don't know. Jacqueline says no. Then why did you ask me if I was going to do it? Are you asking me if I'm stupid enough to do something that I shouldn't do? All right, well, this is not going to be... It looks like 5 of these is too much for the amount of stuff we have. So this belt actually just can't supply enough for it. But it's going to be a lot of these, and they're in transit. Okay, so this is going to hopefully supply these guys for back home a lot. Do I need to change this? Unipolar magnets. Like, how am I going to get more unipolar magnets here to what this is trying to do? Oh, I didn't upgrade this entire thing. Okay, maybe this will help. Will that help? That is just a lot of unipolar magnets these are using. The kink in the belt is bothering you. You're not bothered. You're handling it just fine. It's fine. Kink in the belt. I don't even know what you're talking about. This right here? And yeah. You're applying no to the time dilation. It does provide energy if you put a Dyson sphere around it. Oh, okay. And you wanted me to change items a second in settings. I'm not going to change that right now. Okay. I wonder if I inject some in there, if I can make this, if I can help this. Can I inject some into these guys at the end, and will it eventually catch up? Because if not, it's an issue of belts not being fast enough. I think I actually don't have a belt fast enough to supply these many guys. So I wonder if I need to do... Yeah, because how many, let's go back to something I'm actually working on here. These guys, 10 machines. Yeah, that's 1,500 a minute. Unipolar magnets. And this is for Mark 1 machines, and we're doing Mark 3 machines. Can I change that in settings that we're using Mark 3 machines? There's items a second. 25 a second. That's... Mark 3 belts are fast enough for 25 a second, aren't they? What's their speed? 30 a second, yeah. But I guess, again, that's for Mark 1 machines, and we're doing Mark 3 machines. So, all right, that's fine. So this is going to be the supply of our particle containers. I guess what I could do is shorten this and do a second row of this. Might be the better way to do it. Just multiply that number by 1.5. So I guess the question is how many full belts? Yeah, we need a whole nother belt to do this. I did double the copper. I guess what I could do then is I could separate these. I could have one basically have a different input for both these guys. And that might speed this process up by a good chunk. Let me actually do that. So I'm gonna do the input on this side. So I'm gonna need to do a splitter here. I need to do a splitter up for the copper. Okay, and if I do upgrade down, shift click this, I can do that. And will that be enough copper? Let me take out the in sorters for this side. In. I can leave the out sorters in the same place. In. Okay. And it looks like that copper does keep up. Okay, so if I then do... a splitter here and then a second belt to reinforce these numbers here. Let's do that. Okay. Because I do want this thing running at full capacity. I really do. Or as full capacity as I can make it. There. You stopped using belts mostly. Okay. Interesting. Mark II belt. Stopped using belts. How do you play this game without using belts? This is not going to work, is it? Build supply to this. I need to change this in sorter just to be all on the ground. I mean, in sorter. Whatever you're called. What are you called? I don't even know what you're called. Splitter. This. And that's not what I need this to do. This to this. Okay. And then now, I'll bring this guy over. Yeah, you're a Mark II belt. Over. I'm hitting shift. Shift. Down. There we go. How this will work. Better use logistic towers for anything longer than 50 spaces. Yeah, I know. If I do another game, I've talked about this previously, but you haven't been in the stream recently, so you don't know this, but I've talked about it the next time I play a run through of this. My plan is to plan on using logistic stations from the beginning, but from the beginning of this playthrough, I thought, my Factorio experience of using a bus system was going to be my main way of supplying my factories. So my newness to the game made it so that I didn't know what my end game build was going to be. So, all right, and I know you folks are like, you shouldn't use so many belts or something, but I'm just gonna keep playing the way I have been playing for right now. What is my current deuterium production? Because that thing is the one thing you always need more of. I'll show you in a bit. I have about 10 planetary. What is it called? The thing I'm getting some from mining from the gas giant around my original planet, and I have a bunch of. We have about 12 particle colliders turning hydrogen into deuterium, I think. And then some other stuff. So I have a decent amount of production on that. Can I get over there and down there? Don't think I can, so I'm gonna do this here. It's right there. Down. It's right there. Down. There. Alright. Other people's OCD for the kink in the line. But there we go. These guys, I think, will now all have all their stuff. I think. Full on copper. Alright, there we go. That's looking better. Better throughput of our deuterium. Unipolar magnets. It's like any other game. If you looked at your first rimworld base, you sure would be embarrassing, inefficient, and ugly. Yeah. That's the wonderful part about not giving streamers spoilers. You see them learn and evolve. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. I wonder what our production a minute now is of. These guys. What have we just upgraded? Let's see what we got. Particle containers, 230 a minute. And we're using about a quarter of that. So now if I do an increase in my logistics station production using this and other things that are using this particular item, we're gonna be able to increase our production by a lot. Let's go home. All right, I think that's everything I need to do here. I hope. Let me make sure. Let me make sure my logistics is set up correctly here. We have warpers. We have these guys. They're slowly bringing stuff around. Okay, I think we're good here. Unipolar magnets. We're burning through our magnets quicker now because we're using them here. But I think that's okay. You know, maybe I should get another couple miners set up here. We might actually be using our unipolar magnets faster than we can mine them here. Okay, I'm gonna throw a couple miners here just to help with our speed that we're eating them here. So there. And upgrade that. Okay. And same thing here. This will speed up the speed we use these guys, but we definitely need to mine them faster for what we're doing. Okay. Okay. Did I not do this? I thought I did this. There we go. And then upgrade these guys. Okay. Alright, so that'll increase that speed. Let me throw the unipolar magnets I do have into here, because I'm sure I picked up some. There we go. Okay. And there we go. We are blasting through unipolar magnets, but we are also blasting through making particle containers, which will be very useful for our future builds. At one point, you and your buddy decided to F it, and we spent an entire day to make an entire planet that had a water ocean on it, cover all the hydrogen into deuterium through hundreds of fractionation facilities, and it still wasn't enough. Okay. Yeah, I actually did set up some fractionation for some of my excess hydrogen as well. I guess if you really want to know, I can, as we're flying here, I can show you. We got a little bit of time here. Production of deuterium. Let's see how much we're doing. Deuterium, we got 328 a minute. We're consuming 214 a minute. So make sure we're not disconnecting over on OBS while we fly here. So there's some numbers. Looks like we're using more hydrogen than we're producing, sadly. So I might need to increase my hydrogen production somewhere, somehow, some way. Okay, it's almost time to take our first break. So what we'll do is probably plan out our next build. Get home, plan out our next build. And then, which is definitely going to involve the logistics stations, unless I get sidetracked by something. Because this game is so much about, I'm going to work on this. Oh wait, I need to do this. So in my head, my plan for the next couple projects is, first increase our planetary, interplanetary logistics production to be not slowed down by our prerequisites not being planned correctly. Second, I want to increase Dyson swarm. What are they called? The solar sails. I want to increase my solar sail production. Because I'm pretty sure that's what's now slowing down my Dyson sphere construction. Because last week, or 2 days ago, we upgraded the light cruiser production. Now our solar sails I don't think are keeping up. So those are the next two projects I plan on doing once we get home. And while this is powering, I'll show you all the star that we're planning on doing our next Dyson sphere around. This is, I think, our only O-type star, if I'm not mistaken. And who was it earlier that looked it up for us? I'm just looking at a couple other stars. Yeah. This star right here. Apparently there's a bunch of planets around it. It's got sulfuric ocean, organic crystal, crude oil. Not a lot of useful materials here, honestly. But it's more about getting a giant Dyson sphere around this thing because it's huge. Radius, luminosity, and temperature are all pretty crazy. One thing though, Rand, don't build it. Please don't tell me what to do. But what are you saying? Don't build a permanent setup for gravity lens. There's a crafting recipe that is 100 times better. Okay, thanks for telling me how to play my game. Okay, go. Don't die. Don't tell me what to do. I will die if I want to. I've already tried to fly into a whatchamacallit, black hole once. Damn it, I think I didn't wait long enough. Ugh. Well, waste of a warper. It's fine. So you're saying there's a different recipe than this that I haven't unlocked yet? Okay. Careful of that truck. What truck? One recipe makes so many people cringe after setting up massive production for the gravity lenses. Yeah, I haven't done a massive thing for gravity lenses, so. I assume you're talking about something further along here. See artificial star. I actually have this queued up for annihilation constraint sphere, antimatter fuel rod. I mean, I only have a couple things more to unlock, so I'm not sure what recipe you're talking about if I don't already have it. I don't... Upgrades doesn't have any recipes. Yeah, I don't know what recipe you're talking about, Dreckelin. Ramsey says there isn't another recipe, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, 1.85 light years. Surely we can make this. I have a feeling what you might be talking about is a recipe for prerequisite of that. Maybe there's a different recipe for strange matter or something that I'm about to get to. I don't know. Oh my god, where am I going? This isn't where I'm trying to go. Gamma Cancri. Gamma Booties. Where am I going? Oh man, I missed my star. Damn it. Hashtag blame chat. Distracting me. You're talking about green science? Yeah, I'm already turning green science into warpers. I mean, strange matter. I know there's a different thing for graviton lens. I'm not using graviton lenses for warpers, if that's what you're talking about. I'm actually using green science into warpers because it's way more efficient. Yeah, I think you might be talking about warpers. I'm not... You use graviton lenses for other things. I think you're confusing things, Dreckelin. Because I'm already doing this other recipe. Basically, one graviton lens is one warper. However, one graviton lens is also 2 green science, and each green science is 8 warpers. So I think you're talking about that, and I did that last week. I fixed that build last on Tuesday, I think is what you're talking about. All right, Gamma Booties. What was I distracted by? I went to Gamma Cancri. Is there anything useful here while I'm in this solar system? I don't think I've set anything up here, have I? Orbital resistance 1 to 4. Wow, there's a lot of spiniform here. There's a crap ton of spiniform stalagmite crystals. I don't know how much of that I need, but good to know if I need more of that stuff. Gamma Cancri is the place to go. Alright, please let me get here. I want to go home. Why do you leave me? Why do you keep me from my home? Warping in the wrong place game. Okay, here we go. We're finally almost home, I think. Okay. Alright, Gamma Booties 2 is where we're going. There we go. Hey, what's up, Zero MPHZ? Booty is such a cool name. A really lucky start. I'm so lucky that the name of our starting place is Booties. Couldn't have thought a better name if I thought for a week. You're here for another suggestion. I should try a very cool survival sandbox game about Vikings, Valheim. Currently, first on Steam, the most typed game with very high rate. You insist I play it. You also PM me the link with it. I have played it. I've been playing it off stream with Shogi. I appreciate the suggestion, though. I was actually thinking as I was playing with Shogi that the more I play it, the more cool stuff there is to do in the game. I will say often I don't play the most typed game on Twitch purposefully because you might think, oh, it's hyped, everybody come watch me. You gotta also think about, oh, it's hyped, everybody and their dog is playing it. So, like, if you're trying to get new viewers, often new viewers are gonna go to the large number of streamers, not the smaller ones playing the game, so... Besides, I'm enjoying the games I'm streaming right now. Maybe I'll stream Valheim eventually. It's just not. It's a game I'm playing for fun with Shogi occasionally. It's hyped because it's cool. Oh, it's a great game. I'm not saying anything negative about the game. It's a super good game. I'm just not playing it because I'm playing other stuff right now. And actually, I am playing it, but just rarely off stream with friends. So, where's the build I'm looking to destroy right now? All right, this little build right here. Okay. So the other thing I was actually thinking about is I might actually need to do a processor build somewhere off planet, but I'm not going to do that now because we can get a good build for these guys. Valheim is the new Among Us, and Fall Guys just another fad that will pass. I don't know. You never know if it'll pass. I mean, has Fall Guys and Among Us passed? I feel like there's still a lot of people who play it. Headbutt a planet out of orbit, not possible. Shame. Really, you watched a couple streams, videos, and you didn't look that interesting, to be honest? You found me because I'm playing the hyped new game, DSP. Yeah, I mean, this game is kind of the hyped game that I am playing right now, so... Alright, let's plan out this build. So... I basically, you know what I probably should do is if I do two of the planetary logistics and have one of them feed into the interplanetary logistics is probably the way to go. That is a lot of processors that's needed. Are processors also needed for this guy? No, okay. It's just the particle containers, titanium alloys. Is titanium alloy needed for this? No, okay. Can you not rename the planet? Not yet, you can't. Who would want to rename their planet? Unless you want to make your planet be Booties. Okay, so we're gonna need 12 processors for this. Man, I'm trying to think if I want to do this off planet before I do this build. Because we were using a lot of processors in a lot of our builds. If I always look at processor production, what does that take? Iron, copper, silicon. If I want to do like 10 of these guys. That might be something. You haven't found Valheim to be of interest? I actually think it's a great game. I mean, the little bit I played has been pretty fun. Iron and copper. I wonder if I could do a production of that on Gamma Booties 1. Gamma Booties 1, where is ya? So I think I'm doing a lot of production over on Gamma Booties 4. Gamma Booties 1. We do have copper and iron. I wish I could look at the planet view of other planets in my system. That would be useful. Krieg says you were wrong. The game's amazing. You're on day 30, 41 in a solo run. Okay, solo run. Okay. I think I do want to do processor before I do this. We're slowly doing what Voncho had talked about, where I'm outsourcing a lot of the main items we just got particle containers. I think I actually want to do... I think I want to do processors. Although the problem is that we need silicon for that. But we can request a silicon on that planet. You think Valheim's fun to play, not as much fun to watch? I mean, you could say that about a lot of different games. I haven't watched much Valheim, so I don't know how much fun it is to watch. Have I requested these? I have. Okay, good. So these are starting to populate on our planet. So remote demand, local supply. I think I'm going to do a similar thing with this here. Remote demand, local supply. I think I am going to do this. I think I'm going to set this up on Gamma Booties 1. So, I keep talking about doing the logistics stations. I'm going to. So, all this work we're doing is in preparation for that. So, let me make sure I need more belts. And Drecklin, you said I can do this. Yes. And so, I'm showing you that I've set this up to do this. Where I can grab stuff on my planet. So, the Mark III belts. Let's see, what else do I need? I feel like I need more logistics robots. Get a couple hundred of these guys. Even a couple more. And I do need some more of these guys. Okay. Alright. Anything else I need for this? Power lines. Do I need miners? Could probably use a couple more miners. 22 is probably enough for now. Smelters. Mark III assembly machines. I actually probably need more of these for the build I'm about to do. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna get a processor production plant set up. I will just get a couple more of these guys. So where are my assembly machines? Here they are. Okay. All right. In-sorters. How many of those guys? We got a lot of those. All right. So I'm going to fly to Gamma Booties 1, find a good place, and then we're going to take a first break, and then we're going to get a processing plant set up. Do I have enough of these guys? Yes, I do. Okay, good. So we're flying to Gamma Booties 1, because I like big booties. I like big Gamma Booties. We'll figure out a place where we're going to build this, and then we will take our break and then start building it. Watching Ko build is a lot of fun to you. Is he playing Valheim? He's one of those streamers who plays kind of whatever the big hype game is, because he's got so many viewers he can do that. Okay. Oh, you're asking about our deuterium? Here's one of our major deuterium producers right here. We've got hydrogen turning into deuterium like crazy right here. Are any of my in-sorters slowing any of this down? I don't think so. Okay. So we're going to have to request silicon on this planet, right? Yeah, there's no silicon. But there is iron and copper. So I want to build where there's iron and copper. Here's copper. Got any iron close by? There's titanium. Titanium. Stone. Okay, here's some iron. Here's some copper. So we're going to build right over here. Let's go get in place over here. How much iron and copper do I need for this? 13 and 20. That's actually not too bad at all. He had a crazy build. He does a tour on YouTube of the final, but it's like 5 to 7 minutes long. Nice. Okay. So it'll actually be not quite enough iron, but it will be with extra miners. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be... I'm going to plant my flag down just so I remember what I'm doing when I come back. Producer here is not obviously going to be where it is, but just so I remember what I'm doing. Processors. We're going to do processors here. But before we do that, I'm going to save my game. Sam Stretch, use the restroom. Thank you all so much for watching. If there's anybody new to the stream, if you're having a good time, I hope you hit the follow. Quick 60-second worth of ads, and when we come back, we will make some processors. So you all rock. See you in just a bit, my friends.